Today we're going to talk about red lights. So if you've ever seen any of the videos that I post from my class, or if you actually come to class, you're going to notice there's a red light that floats around the room during class. And the main reason why that light is there, the short version is the light helps with inflammation, helps with muscle recovery, it helps with cell repair. It also helps the mitochondria of your cells actually break down fat more effectively by keeping them healthy. I know all that sounds kind of hokey and gimmicky, but here's what happens. You're supposed to be exposed to different light waves throughout the course of the day. Early in the morning, right when the sun crosses over the horizon, there's a higher concentration of red light rays that are hitting your skin. This is actually great for helping reset the circadian rhythm. I know some of us are afraid of sun, but you're not in direct sunlight when that sunlight is just coming over the horizon. The same thing in the evening, so about 15 minutes before the sun sets behind the horizon, you actually are getting exposed to more red light there as well. What that does is it signals in the morning, it signals a cortisol bump, which gets you awake and ready for the day. In the evening, it signals a melatonin bump that actually gets you calm and ready for bed. So why do we use the red light in class? Well, for most of us, it's early in the morning for the people that are coming to the class at 6 or at 9. So we use the red light to simulate the sun's rising. It has those effects. It gives you a cortisol bump during your workout. And I know a lot of people think cortisol is bad, but cortisol is actually in charge of tissue remodeling. So what does that mean? We break down fat based on the amount of cortisol that's in our system. But the other thing is, if you get a big cortisol bump in the morning when you're supposed to have that cortisol bump, it actually sets you up to be calmer throughout the rest of the day. So it's one of those ways, some of us have heard the term biohacking. It actually is doing that. And it's not really biohacking, it's just telling your body through the receptors of your skin that the sun is up and it's time to exercise. Most of us don't go out in the sun. Most of us are either afraid of the sun or have a job that doesn't allow us to get into the sun. And that's okay. I'm not here to tell you what to do with the sun and how to live your life around that. But what I am saying is there's a reason why red lights are getting more and more prominent. NASA's actually been using them on their astronauts to help them with cell health and cell regeneration when they get back from space because they're not exposed to sunlight while they're in space. They also started to use it as a way to grow plants in space, but what they found was it had an increase in function in pain relief. So what they found is the people that were working on these plants and working in these labs had a significant decrease in the pain they felt throughout the day because the red light helps with inflammation and it helps get rid of pain. So when we look at why the red light exists, there's a bunch of different reasons. In the 1800s, a doctor actually used red drapes to help people with tuberculosis. What he found is the light that was coming in was actually helping them get better faster. And I know it sounds weird, it's the 1800s, back when they used to use leeches to fix certain problems. But they've also found now that if you're donating blood, it actually boosts immune function and it actually boosts overall metabolism. So some of the things that existed back then weren't exactly great, but they weren't off the mark. And I know it sounds weird, but again, NASA's using this for their people. If you go into a lot of facial places or a lot of skincare places, they have red light wands for your face. They have red light treatments. They have those things because red light is actually shown to increase collagen production under the skin, which is what you want to keep that youthful look. How is it doing that? It's making the cells under your skin more healthy and allowing you to get the best feeling you that you can. So the short version, why do we use the red light? For our purposes, it helps with recovery, it helps with fat metabolism, and it helps get your body primed for the rest of the day.